Good evening, everyone. This is Robert from RJL 518. Welcoming you to a late edition here of Inside Pitch 1985 as we continue our 85 season replay. Today's date is August 20. We are at Stade Olympique. The San Diego Padres meet up with the Montreal Expos. Taking a look at the standings, the Expos are 77-41. The Padres are 65-52. The Expos are running away with the National League East. They should clinch this division probably in mid-September. The San Diego Padres are 10 games behind the Dodgers, but they are in a fight for second and third. Only one game ahead of the Reds and 4 ahead of the Astros. The Astros 3 behind the Reds for those top 3 spots. Remember, top 3 teams each division make the playoffs. Bears Den 007 is first to join us here at Stade Olympique. I think we got a pretty good pitching matchup tonight. As we are starting a little late, hope you guys enjoyed the football. Couple of good games today. So let's see what we got started. Starting pitcher for the Expos in this game was Bill Guillickson. 14 wins, 12 losses, a 3.52 ERA in 85. Philip Reynolds joins us here at Stade Olympique and says, "Go Expos." So the Montreal Expos in my 1994 season restart won the National League East Division, and it looks like the Expos are going to do the same thing here in 1985. Michael Peterson joins us here at Stade Olympique. So let's get started. Let's see what kind of a game we get here. The Padres historically won this game 1-0, but you never know what might happen at RJL 518. Shortstop Gary Templeton leads off for the Friars. Guillickson's first pitch of the game is a 5-6. It is a range play. Templeton 5-6, a ground ball to short. The ball is hit to Hubie Brooks. His range is a 3, and he will make the play and throw to first for out number 1. Next up is the right fielder, Tony Gwynn. What can you say much about Gwynn? Batted .317 in 1985. One of the best hitters ever. Steeler fan joins us here at Stade Olympique. As I'm sorry I got a late start. Had to watch the football games. 1 out. Guillickson with the pitch, 6-6. That is a blank. Gwynn will swing 3-4. It's a star 6, and he flies it to right for out number 2. That will bring up the first baseman, Steve Garvey, 281 average, 17 homers in 85. Guillickson's pitch, 4-4. That's a possible error. Garvey takes a swing, 1-4. That's a question mark. That's a ball hit to right field. That is a 9 against a right-hander. That is going to be a double for Garvey. The ball is hit to right, and that is Dawson. His error rating is a 10. That is a 9, and it's also going to be an error. It's going to be a double and an error for Garvey as he boots the ball out there. As he boots the ball out there, which means Garvey automatically finds himself at third. As he boots the ball, and he has a chance to, and it is a double, so Garvey actually has a chance to score on that play. So it's a base running rating of 2. Dawson's a -1. So Garvey on a 1 can score on that booted double, and he does not. He holds it third. So that is a double and an E9, which puts Garvey on at third base. And that's where he'll end up there, and it will bring up the third baseman, Greg Nettles. Garvey smacks a nice double, but stays at third on the error, as he cannot run around third and try to score. Nettles batted .261, 15 homers. Strat roll says an 11, nothing happening. Guillickson will pitch. 5-6, that's a range play. Nettles 1-6 is a ground ball to third. That's Wallach. His range is a 5. It's a 6. He can't make it. That's going to be a base hit. That is a base hit. Is it a single or a double? And that's going to be a double for Nettles as he gets it past. As he gets it past Wallach. Garvey, of course, automatically comes in to score. And the Padres jump out to that 1-0 lead. Double for Nettles. RBI double. And that error definitely hurts. That will bring up the catcher, Terry Kennedy. Runner on second base. Still 2 out. And that is a 6-0 happening. Guillickson will pitch. That's a 1-5 strikeout chance. 4 got him. Stade Olympique, no adjustments to anything. And he strikes out Kennedy for Guillickson's first strikeout. Only had 68 of them, not a hard thrower. But the Padres get 1 run on 2 hits and an error on the Expos, and they lead 1-0 going into the bottom of the first. Got to be careful of those errors. You don't want to do that. Starting pitcher for the Padres here tonight was Dave Dravecky, 13 wins, 11 losses, a 2.93 ERA. Expos get their first shot, and it will be Mitch Webster. He's at center field. The pitch is a 1-2, a walk chance. The 19 is high. Webster takes a swing, 1-2. It's a star 3, and he grounds it to short for out number 1. Here is Vance Law. Law batted .266, 10 homers against rights. Dravecky, 3-1, walk chance, 16 is good. He walks Law. Law wins this one. He'll go to first on a walk. And that will bring up right fielder Andre Dawson. Dawson made a gigantic error there, which allowed Garvey to go to third base on his double. Law on at first. There's 1 out. Infield is halfway. Strat roll says a 12. Nothing happening. Dravecky will pitch. 5-6, a double question mark against a righty. A 1-11 is automatic out. That is a 12. Nothing happened. It's a blank. Dawson gets the swing, though. 2-3, and it's a ground ball to first. Dawson's double play rating 2. Nothing from Dravecky. Halfway is 3, and that means that the shortstop is the pivot man, which is Templeton, and he has no adjustment. A 1-3, they turn the double play, and they do. First base to second base, back to first, double play, inning over. Dravecky faces the minimum amount of batters, even after allowing a walk. And at the end of 1, it's 1-0 Padres. Top of the second coming up. Leading off for the Friars will be Carmelo Martinez. 21 home runs in 85, a 253 average. Is this the season where the tragedy happened to Dravecky? Dravecky had 31 starts this season. I don't believe it was this one. I'm not 100% sure. He had 31 starts, so he pretty much went the whole year. But I'm not sure. Guillickson will pitch. 5-6, that's a range play. Carmelo will swing. 4-3, that's a fly ball to center field. It's hit to Webster. His range is a 3, and he's got it. Out number 1. Nice play by Webster to make the catch. Next up is center fielder Kevin McReynolds, future Met. Guillickson with the pitch, 2-6. Home run with a question mark. against a righty. That's a 1-17. That's a 16. It clears. Kevin McReynolds against a righty is an 11. A 1-11. McReynolds sends this out of here, and he does not. It's too high. It's a blank. So let's see where he does send it. 2-5, and he flies it to right. So he hits a deep fly ball to right field, but Dawson makes the catch near the track. And that is out number 2. And here's the second baseman, Tim Flannery. 281 average for Flannery. Guillickson's pitch, 6-6 is a blank. Flannery gets the swing, 2-3. He grounds out to short. And a 1-2-3 inning for Guillickson, which he pretty much needed. 3 up, 3 down for the Friars. Leading off for the Expos, shortstop Hubie Brooks. Had 100 RBIs that year in '85. Dravecky with the pitch. 1-1 against a righty. It's a blank. Brooks gets the swing. 5-3. And that is a ball hit to center field. That is a 12 against a lefty. That's going to be a double into center field for Brooks. Expos start with a man on second. Nice double by Brooks. And here's third baseman Tim Wallach. And, of course, we just saw Wallach on the 1995 Dodgers in my one and gone earlier today, which I'm sure a Steeler fan was very disappointed. Unless I don't know if you watched the game yet, Steeler fan. Runner on second in field is normal. Strat says a 4. Nothing happening. Brooks will stay at second. Dravecky with the pitch. That's a 4-4. That's at the park. Stade Olympique. That's a 5-3, and that's going to be a fly out to center. Out number 1. Brooks with a base running rating of 3. Subtract 3 on a fly out to center. He will not be able to go to third, and that's out number 1. Next up is Jim Wolford. He is in left field for this game. Yeah, I'm sorry to have about that there, Steeler fan. Tough loss for the Astros in that game. 1 out. Strat roll says a 20. Dravecky turns around, throws to second, and he's safe. Brooks gets back. Dravecky will now pitch to Wolford. 3-1. That's a walk chance. The 10 is high. Wolford gets the swing. 2-1. And he smacks a double to right field. Wolford has himself a nice double. That will score Brooks. And we got a tie game at 1. So that takes care of the historical score, as the Padres originally won it 1-0. So now we're tied at 1, so that takes care of the historical score. Wolford on its second after a big-time double. Here's the second baseman, UL Washington. Strat roll says a 17, nothing happening. Dravecky will pitch. 4-6, strikeout chance. 16 is high. Washington will swing 2-4 against the lefty. That is a ground ball to short. The throw goes to first for out number 2. Wolford has to be equal to or less than his die roll in order to get to third, and it does not. Wolford actually, that's a 6-6. Actually, Wolford does try to throw, and he is gunned down at third base. On a 6-6, the runner is thrown out trying to advance. Wolford tries to go to third, and he is gunned down. As the throw went to first to get out number 2, and then first throws to third to get Wolford, and he is out of there. Side retired. So that's a ground. So that it would be a G. That would be a 6-3-5 double play. And the inning is over. Expos do get 1 run on 2 hits. We're tied at 1 after 2. A 6-6 is the only way he can be thrown out at third when trying to advance on that kind of play. Top of the 3rd inning coming up, tied at 1 now. Here's the pitcher for the Padres, Dave Dravecky. Batted 116 as a pitcher. Guillickson, 4-2. That's a blank. He's not tired. Dravecky, 1-1. Star 1. He flies out lazily to left. That's the first out. Here's Gary Templeton. Templeton is 0 for 1. 2-1 from Guillickson at the park. Stade Olympique 1-1. That is a ground ball to first for the second out. And here's Gwynn. Gwynn is 0 for 1. Guillickson with the pitch. 2-4. That's a blank. Gwynn gets the swing. 1-5. And that is a star 4. He grounds out to third. And another 1-2-3 inning by Guillickson. Still tied at 1, going to the bottom of the 3rd. These games are more important as we now go deeper and deeper into the season. As I'm now trying to show, really now only the better teams are in the playoff hunt. And then in September, I will be choosing a game pretty much on the day. So probably I will not be scheduling them. You just won't know who'll be playing until we play the game. Bottom of the 3rd. Leading off for the Expos, catcher Mike Fitzgerald. Pitch from Dravecky, 1-4, range play. Fitzgerald swings, 1-3. That is a ball. That is a single to shortstop. The ball is hit to Templeton. His range is a 4. Does he take the single away? Yes, he does. Makes a great play. Throws to first, out number 1. Nice play by Templeton. Here's Bill Guillickson, batted 188 as a pitcher. Pitch from Dravecky, 6-6, hit by pitch. That 18 is way out of there. Not even in the ballpark. Guillickson will bat, though. 5-6, he flies out to center. Out number 2, and now here's Mitch Webster. Webster is 0 for 1. Dravecky, 2-6 against a right-hander switch. That is a blank. Webster gets the swing, 3-1, and against the lefty, he hits a base hit past short. That's a single, and he'll go to first. 2-out single by Webster. We'll now bring up Law. Law walked his last time up. He's 0 for 1. Strat roll says an 11. Nothing happening. Dravecky will pitch to Law. That's a 3-1. That's a walk chance. The 18 is too high. Law has a 17 against lefties, but Law does get to swing. That is a 2-5, and that's going to be a double into left field for Vance Law. Webster's base running rating is a 4. With 2 outs becomes a 5. Double to left. Subtract 1 goes back to 4. Martinez, however, for San Diego is a +2, which is a 6. There is no throw. Webster will come around and score. And Law goes to second. And the Expos are now up 2-1 on an RBI double by Law. Stadium cheers. Yay! And now here's Andre Dawson with a runner on second base. Bob's Tabletop Sports joins us here at Stade Olympique. Dawson 0 for 1. Law on its second. Strat roll says a 1. Let's see here. Nothing happening. Dravecky will pitch. And that is a 5-3. That's a strikeout chance. The 10 is good. He strikes out Dawson. And that is the first strikeout for Dravecky. He had 105 of them in 85. Expos get 1 run on 2 hits. At the end of 3, they lead 2-1. Top of the 4th coming up. Steve Garvey will take a hack for the Friars. He doubled his last time up and reached 3rd on an error. Guillickson will pitch. And that's a 1-6 against the righty. Strikeout chance, the 8 is high. Garvey, though, gets to swing 1-1, and he grounds it to short for the first out. Here's Nettles. Nettles got a double his last time up. It was an RBI double that brought in Garvey. 6-4 for Guillickson, and that is going to be a lefty. That's a blank. Nettles will swing 3-2, and against a right-hander, that's a fly out to right. Second out. And here's Terry Kennedy. Guillickson with the pitch. That's a 2-3 against the lefty. Walk plus 10, and that 6 will do it. Guillickson walks Kennedy. A 2-out walk. That is the first walk issued by Guillickson. He had 38 of them in 85. That does give Carmelo Martinez a chance to move him over with 2 outs. Stratroll says an 8. No play. Guillickson will pitch. And that's a 5-1. That's at the park. Stade Olympique says 2-5. And that is a blank. We got a rare play with men on base. 32. With less than 2 out, a shallow fly to center field. Resolve play as an F8 range play. Well, we have 2 out, so we just resolve it as an F8 range play. So the ball is hit the center, which is Webster. His range is a 3, and he can't make it. If the center fielder does not catch the ball, the lead runner gets a late break, attempting to advance to the next base. Roll 1d6 versus base from a center field arm if higher, runner out, otherwise safe. But with less than 2 out, so there is 2 out, so we resolve it as a range play, so the rest of that rare play is negated. So now we just follow it. Is it a single or a double? And that is a single. So it is a single 8. Kennedy's base running rating is a 1. On a single 8, -1 to get to 3rd is a 0. And McReynolds is a -1, so he has no chance to make 3rd base, even with 2 outs. So Kennedy will hold at 2nd. So that goes as a single to center. Since there were less than 2 outs, the rest of the range play, the rest of the rare play is negated. So runners at 1st and 2nd, 2 outs, a chance for K-Mac. He is 0 for 1. And that is a 10, nothing happening. Guillickson will pitch. That's a 1-6 against the righty. Strikeout chance, and that 6 gets him. And that will end the inning. No runs. There was a hit for the Padres, but it's 2-1 still in favor of the Expos. We go to the bottom half of inning number 4. Got a good game going on so far between 2 teams with winning records. Hubie Brooks leads off for the Expos. He got a doubles last time up. He is 1 for 1. Dravecky's pitch, 5-5, wild pitch, ball 1. Do it again, 2-6 from Dravecky against the righty as a blank. Brooks will swing, 5-4, and against the lefty, that's going to be another double for Hubie Brooks. He's hot tonight. That's a double to left. Second double of the game for Brooks. He will hold at 2nd. A chance now for Tim Wallach. Brooks on at second. Strat rule says a 10, no play. Dravecky will pitch. 6-2, strikeout chance. 19 is high. Wallach will swing. 5-5. It's a fly out to center. Brooks with a base running rating of 3 becomes a 0 on a fly out to center, so there's no chance of him going to third. And that's the first out. Here's Jim Wolford. He doubled his last time up and brought in Brooks. So there is one out. And that's a 14, nothing happening. Dravecky will pitch. 1-5, that's a range play. Wolford takes a swing, 2-1. That's again a double to right field, but it's a range play. Tony Gwynn is out there. His range is a 3. He makes the catch. And that is out number 2. He takes a double away from Jim Wolford. Hubie Brooks' base running rating is a 3. And that is a 1-4, and he does advance to third. On a fly out to right, so Brooks goes to third with 2 outs now. As Wolford almost hit his second double of the game, but Tony Gwynn took it from him, and here is UL Washington. Dravecky was a giant when he went down. I thought he was. I just wasn't sure what year it was. 2 outs, runner on third. Strat says a 17, nothing happening. Dravecky will pitch. That is a 2-3. That's a blank. Washington gets to swing. 4-4. It's a fly out to right, and the inning ends there. No runs, 1 hit at the end of 4. 2-1 Expos. Top of the 5th coming up. Here's Tim Flannery leading off for the Friars. Guillickson, 4-2. That's a blank. He's not tired. Flannery will swing. 5-3. Star 6. It's a fly out to right for out number 1. Here's Dravecky. He will bat. Guillickson with the pitch. 5-6. Range play. Dravecky gets the swing, 3-3. It's a ground ball to short. Hubie Brooks' range is a 3, and he can't get it. It's going to be a single for Dravecky. He goes to first. I love it when the pitchers get a hit. 1 out single by Dave Dravecky. He'll go to first base. And now a chance for Templeton. 1 out. Infield is halfway. Strat roll says an 18. Templeton is not going to bunt here in this case. Templeton will go ahead and swing. Guillickson, 5-4. That's a double question mark. That 18 is against a switch hitter, which would be a lefty. 1-10 would be a single. The 18 is high. Templeton does get to swing, though. 4-6, and he laces a base hit to right field. That is a single. Dravecky, base running rating of 1. Single to right, add 2, which is a 3. Right fielder is Dawson. -1 is a 2. Dravecky makes it to third on a 2. It is a 5, and he will hold at second. Nice single by Templeton, puts a runner in scoring position, and that will bring up Tony Gwynn, who's the guy you would love to have in this situation. Runners at first and second. The 13 says nothing going on. Guillickson looking into Gwynn. Here's the pitch, and that's a 3-6. It's a blank. Gwynn gets the swing. 6-1, ground ball to short. Gwynn's double play rating 2. 0 from Guillickson. +1 is a 3. Second baseman Washington, no adjustment. A 1-3, they turn it. And they do. Shortstop to second to first. Double play, inning over. No runs, 2 hits for the Padres. It remains 2-1 as a good chance by the Friars goes by the board. Mike Fitzgerald leads off the bottom of the 5th for the Expos. Dravecky 2-4, and that's a blank. Fitzgerald gets the swing 2-5 against the lefty. That's going to be a base hit past the shortstop. That's a hit. Fitzgerald will go to first. He'll hold there on a leadoff single by the Expos. That will bring up the pitcher, Bill Guillickson. Infield halfway. Does the bunt come on? That is a 6. The answer is no. Guillickson will hit away. Dravecky will pitch. And that's a 4-3 against a righty. That's an automatic out. And it will be a star 4, and it will be a ground out to short. Do they turn 2? Guillickson 2, 0 from Dravecky, 1 from halfway. Second baseman for the Padres is Flannery, -1. So a 1-2, they turn it. It's a 6. No, so it's a slow rolling grounder to short. Fitzgerald will get to second. The only play is at first for out number 2. I'm sorry, for out number 1. There was only 1 out, I believe. Yep, for out number 1. So there's only 1 out as Fitzgerald started the inning. But Fitzgerald does go to second on the 6 and brings up a chance for Mitch Webster. Infield now normal. Strattrell says a 10, nothing happening. Dravecky will pitch. And that's a 6-1 strikeout chance. The 11 gets Webster, big K by Dravecky. And that is strikeout number 2 for him. And that's a second out. And now a chance for Law. Law's 1 for 1, doubled and walked. And he did have an RBI on the play. Fitzgerald on at second. Expos trying to get some runs. That is a 2. Nothing happening. Dravecky will pitch to the Law. And that is a 1-6 against a righty. It's a blank. Law gets to swing. 1-4. It's a ball hit to left field. That is a 1. And against the lefty, that is going to be a single for Vance Law. He gets his second hit of the game. Does it score Fitzgerald? Base running rating 2. With 2 outs is a 3. The ball was hit to left field. So that's a single left to get to home. +1 is a 4. The left fielder's Martinez. His arm is +2, which is a 6. Fitzgerald will score automatically. There is no throw. Vance Law is safe at first on a base hit. And the Expos now lead it 3-1. On an RBI single by Vance Law. He's now 2 for 2. Once again, Dravecky breaks the law, and the law wins. A chance now for Dawson with 2 outs. Dawson is 0 for 2. Strattrell says a 13, nothing happening. The infield is normal. Dravecky will pitch. 2-4, that's a blank. Dawson gets a chance to swing. 3-5, and he flies out to center. And that ends the inning. 1 run for the Expos on a couple of hits. At the end of 5, 3-1 Montreal. The Expos are, this Expos team is playing like my 1994 team did. They are good. They are a tough out this year as well. Another year and my second season replay, and once again the Expos are one of the best teams in the league. Top of the sixth, Guillickson will pitch. He'll go up against Steve Garvey. You didn't know Dravecky was a Padre? Oh, okay. Garvey is 1 for 2. Pitch from Guillickson, 1-5. That's a strikeout chance. The 7 is high. Garvey avoids it. He does get to swing 2-1, but he grounds out to third. That is the first out, and we'll bring up Greg Nettles. Nettles is 1 for 2. He doubled earlier in the game. 3-5 from Guillickson. That's a blank. Nettles swings 2-1. He grounds it to first. A chance now for Kennedy. Kennedy is 0 for 1, struck out and walked. Guillickson will pitch. That's a 2-2. That's a blank. Kennedy will swing 4-3. Ground out to third. Nice play there by Wallach. Throws to first. And a 1-2-3 inning for Guillickson. Still 3-1 in favor of the Expos. Bottom of the sixth. Here's Hubie Brooks. Brooks is having a good night tonight. He is 2 for 2, 2 doubles. Dravecky, 6-6, hit by pitch. That 5 is going to be too high. Brooks will swing 6-6. This time he grounds it back to Dravecky, who underhands it to first for out number 1. Wallach is next. Wallach is 0 for 2. He's flown out to center twice. That's a 2-4. That's a blank from Dravecky. Wallach gets the swing, 1-6. That's a double into right field. He bounces that one off the wall. The Expos are hitting doubles tonight. As Wallach holds at second base. That is the 5th double hit by the Expos tonight. Salvador America joins me here at Stade Olympique. Better late than never. All he cares about is the 10-minute ticker. Dravecky will pitch to Jim Wolford. Wolford's 1 for 2. Wallach on at second. Strat rule says a 2. 3 minus 1 is 2. Divided by 2 is 1. No play. Dravecky will pitch to Wolford. And that's a 3-3. That's a blank. Wolford gets the swing. 6-6, and he grounds it to short. The throw goes to first for out number 2. The only way Wallach can get to third is on a 3 or lower, but a 6-6 he's out, and a 5-5 he stays. So that's a ground out to short. Wallach can't go to third on that one. And there are now 2 outs. A chance now for UL Washington. Washington 0 for 2. Nothing on the strat. Dravecky will pitch. 4-4. That's at the park. Stade Olympique says 2-3. And it's grounded at the plate. Picked up by Kennedy, who tosses it to first. And the inning ends there. No runs, a hit for the Expos. It is 3-1 here in favor of the team north, or one of the teams north of the border. Well, the Yankees are playing. They're just on the 10-minute ticker, though. The Yankees are playing. They're just on the 10-minute ticker. They're just not on the board. But trust me, we got lots more Yankee games coming up. I'm pretty sure we will see quite a few more Yankee games. We're in the top of the seventh. Expos lead 3-1. Guillickson can pitch to 3 more batters before tiring. Carmelo Martinez leads off for the Friars here in the top of the seventh. He'll bat. Pitch from Guillickson, 3-2 is a blank. Martinez will swing. 4-2, he grounds it to third. That's the first out. Guillickson pitching very well tonight. Here's Kevin McReynolds. McReynolds is 0 for 2 as the chat Yankee games, chat groans. Guillickson will pitch to McReynolds. That's a 6-3. That's a blank. McReynolds gets the swing. 5-4 against a right-hander. That's a ground out to second. And that is the first ground out to second that anybody's hit today, actually. First ground out to second base. UL Washington was wondering if he was going to do anything out there. Although they did take part in a double play. Here's Tim Flannery with 2 outs. Guillickson trying to end strongly. He is due to bat second. Guillickson 2-5 range play. Flannery 1-2 against the righty. That's a single to the pitcher. Guillickson's range is a 4. Does he make the play? Yes, he does. Guillickson makes the snare on the bounce, throws to first, and that ends the inning. 1-2-3 for Guillickson. Still 3-1 at the 7th inning stretch. And we are at the 7th inning stretch. Expos lead 3-1. Sing your Take Me Out to the Ball Game. I will be right back. Baseball Demos joins us here at Stade Olympique. And yes, I've already unboxed the 1969 Fall Classic cards. They are in the box, and right now that's probably where they're going to stay for a little bit. I know you guys are waiting for me to do a 69 Fall Classic. Right now I'm having too much fun with Inside Pitch to roll anything else at this moment. What do we got coming up? We have for Inside Pitch, One and Gone, 1995. Tomorrow will be game number 20. The Montreal Expos take on the Seattle Mariners. The winner of that game will play the Kansas City Royals in the 3rd round. That game is the final game of the 2nd round tomorrow. So we have that, but that game will be rolled in the middle afternoon. I'm not home in the morning. And what do we got for tomorrow on the 85? Tomorrow night, we take a trip to the West Coast as the Detroit Tigers take on the Oakland Athletics. That is tomorrow night's game on Inside Pitch 85. So don't miss all that exciting action coming up. Montreal against Seattle, and Detroit taking on Oakland tomorrow night. Bottom half of inning number 7. And let's see what we're doing here. Leading off for the Expos is Fitzgerald. Mike Fitzgerald is 1 for 2. Singled his last time up. Dravecky can pitch to 3 batters before he's tired. And he's due to bat first in the 8th. So they're going to see if he can go. Dravecky with the pitch, 1-1 against a righty. That's a blank. Fitzgerald gets the swing. 5-5, and it's a fly out to center. That's the first out. Bill Guillickson is due to bat. They will take him out. He is done. And coming on to pinch hit for the Expos will be Tim Raines. Raines was on the bench in this game, but he'll bat here against Dravecky. Tim Raines, the pinch hitter, with 1 out. 2 weeks. I don't blame ASG. They got it out. It just took a while for them to get here. I blame the post office. I was planning on ordering the 1919 season as soon as I got 69, but for those of you who, like I said, right now I'm more interested in inside pitch at this time. Dravecky will pitch to Raines. It's a 5-3 from Dravecky. That is a strikeout chance. The 6 gets him. Raines as a 6 against lefties, and that is a 6. He struck him out. Nice strikeout by Dravecky. And now the batter is Webster. I'm not going to blame anyone. I'll just blame the post office. They might have just lost. I didn't think they lost it. It just didn't move fast enough. Pitch from Dravecky. 1-1 against the switch hitter right. That's a blank. Webster gets the swing. 1-4. He flies out to center. And that is a nice 1-2-3 inning for Dravecky, as he does his job before leaving. At the end of 7, still 3-1 Expos. Anything can happen here in this very important game. You understand you are asking because of an order from Lock and Load that should be here Tuesday. It would be 9 days. Very disappointed. Yeah, like I said, the mail has been slowed down considerably. COVID, I think, is the main. I really think COVID may be the reason for the vaccine or something like that. I do have other theories, but I'm not going to voice them here. Dave Dravecky is supposed to lead off the top of the 8th inning. I will take him out. He is done. We'll see a pinch hitter. And that is going to be Jerry Royster for the Padres, as he will pinch hit. The Expos have a pitcher coming up. Let's see who they're going to bring in. And they're going to go with, let's see, you got right, switch left. Think the Expos are going to go with Bert Roberge, I think. Yeah. Bert Roberge will pitch for the Expos. 3 wins, 3 losses, 2 saves. A 3.44 ERA. He'll come up. He'll pitch to Jerry Royster leading off the top of the 8th. Let's see what happens. Roberge with the pitch. 1-3. That's a walk chance. The 17 is high. Royster gets the swing. 5-3. Leadoff single past short. Jerry Royster gets a pinch hit single. He'll trot down to first. That brings up Gary Templeton. Infield goes halfway. Stratroll says a 19. I don't think you're bunting here because you're down by 2. So Templeton will swing away. Roberge will pitch. That's a 4-6. That's a blank. Templeton gets to swing. 2-4. That's a grounder to short. Templeton double play rating 1. -1 for Roberge is a 0. Infield halfway gives a +1. The ball's hit to short. Second baseman Washington, no adjustment. So the only way they turn a double play is on a 1. Nope. Jerry Royster, though, actually with a base running rating of 3, becomes a 2 with the infield halfway. That is a 2. Royster advances to second, and Templeton is thrown out at first. Runner in scoring position for Tony Gwynn. 1 out. The infield now goes back to normal. And that is a 14, nothing happening. Roberge will pitch to Gwynn. And that's a 2-6. That's a blank. He is not tired. Gwynn gets the swing, though. 4-3. And it's a line drive right to second. Line out to second base. Washington makes the catch. On a 3 or a 4, that's 2 outs. On a 3 or a 4, Royster is doubled off, and he gets back in time. Whoa. 2 outs, but Royster gets back. Gwynn hit it, looked like it was heading for the outfield, but a nice play by Washington makes the catch. And now it's up to Garvey. Royster on at second. Surratt rolls as a 15, nothing happening. Roberge will pitch. 1-6, strikeout chance, 20, way out of there. Garvey swings, 3-3, ground ball to third. Throw goes to first, inning over. No runs and a hit. As the Padres are really unable to break through here. They did get a run earlier, but that's it. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Still 3-1 Expos. The Expos have right coming up next. So I think the Padres will bring on a right-hander. Now let's see who they're going to bring in. They're going to go with... They're down by 2. They're going to go with Roy Lee Jackson. 2 wins, 3 losses, 2 saves, a 2.70 ERA. He'll pitch to Vance Law here to start the bottom of the 8th. You have to keep remembering that one of these teams is not going to be out after this game. Both these teams look like the Expos are probably going to win the National League East. They have a very nice lead there. They're going to win that division but they're still fighting the Dodgers for the number 1 seed. Padres, however, are fighting for their lives with Cincinnati and Houston in the National League West. 1-2 from Jackson against a righty, strikeout plus 10. That 7 is good. He strikes out Law, out number 1. That brings up Andre Dawson. Hockey Unreal joins me here at Stade Olympique. Welcome, sir. I don't think I've ever said hello to you. Welcome there. Pleasure to have you here. Expos leading 3-1, bottom of the 8th. Dawson the batter. Jackson the pitch, 2-4. That's a range play. Dawson will swing, 5-3. Ground ball to short. The ball is at the Templeton. His range is a 4, and he's got it. And he'll throw to first for out number 2. Two outs now. And here's Hubie Brooks. Brooks, good night tonight. 2 for 3, 2 doubles. Jackson will pitch. 1-6 against a righty. That is a straight home run check. Brooks against a right-hander is a 9. That's a 1. Kaboom! That ball is hit high. That ball is hit deep to left field. Going. It is out of here. Home run, Hubie Brooks. What a night he's had tonight. 3 for 4, and he hits a solo shot right off of Jackson. 4-1 Expos. Stadium cheers. Yay! Brooks gets a big insurance home run. And that will bring up Tim Wallach. Wallach is 1 for 3. He got a double his last time up. Jackson with the pitch. That's a 3-1. That's a strikeout chance. That 18 is too high. Wallach will bat 2-2. He flies out to right, and the inning ends there. 1 run for the Expos, 1 hit, a solo shot by Brooks, 4-1 at the end of 8. Will we see some 9th inning magic as we go to the top of the 9th? I do have a error. If you're still with me there, baseball demos, I made a mistake on these KWs that come up if the pitcher is tired. It's still a possible walk. It's not an automatic walk. That was my bad. I had to check the rule on that. So, but it's still a fatigue if it comes up for that play. That was my bad. Top of the ninth inning. Will we see some ninth inning magic? Expos will go to the pen, and they're going to bring out their closer. And it will be Jeff Reardon. 2 wins, 8 losses, 41 saves, 318 ERA. It's not a save situation, but we will go out and try to close. Greg Nettles leads off for the Padres here in the top of the ninth. Don't forget, 10-minute ticker coming right up. Pretty much the only reason why Salvador America is here. He doesn't love me anymore. Reardon's pitch. That's a 3-1. That's a strikeout chance. The 12 is high. Pitch to Nettles, 5-5. And against the righty, single past first base. And that's a leadoff hit for Nettles. And he gets on base. What? Did you expect a 1-2-3 ninth inning here at RJL 518? Of course not. Here's Terry Kennedy. He'll bat next. Tying run is now on deck. Nettles on at first. Infield halfway. No strat at all. Reardon will pitch to Kennedy. 3-5 against the lefty. That's an automatic out. It'll be a star 5. A ground out to second. Do they turn 2? Kennedy's double play ratings of 4. Nothing from Reardon. Infield half +1, 5. Shortstop for the Expos is Brooks. -1 is a 4. On a 1-4, they turn 2, and they do. And they do. Second base to shortstop. Back to first. 2 outs. 4-6-3 twin killing as Jeff Reardon gets his best friend. Foster Brooks, if you're old enough to remember him. Yeah, I do. 2 men down, and now the last chance for the Padres is Carmelo Martinez, a .253 average. I will let him hit against Reardon. Martinez 1 for 3. Reardon trying to close the game. Pitch on the way. 5-2 strikeout chance. That is a 9. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's the game. Expos knock out the Padres 4-1. No runs and a hit for the Padres as the Expos take a good home win against San Diego. Final line score coming up. For the Montreal Expos, 4 runs, 9 hits, 1 error. For the Padres, 1 run, 7 hits, no errors. Bill Guillickson picks up the win. Dave Dravecky takes a tough loss. Jeff Reardon does get the save. A nice win for the Expos tonight. Don't go away. Timeout for 10-minute ticker. Remember what I said. That's an optional rule. I use that rule. If the pitcher happens to, if any fatigue cells show up while he is tired, I yank him out. All right, it's an optional rule, and it actually is in the rule book. You don't have to if you don't want to use it, but it's not an automatic walk. It's a possible walk, just like a regular walk on the cell. That was my bad. I thought it was an automatic walk. That was my fault. But we got it fixed. Time for 10-minute ticker. Montreal gets a nice win on the Padres. Let's see how the rest of the baseball world goes here on August 20th. Texas at Boston. That's a 7, a win for the Red Sox, 9-1. New York Yankees at California. And that is an 11. Angels win the game, 7-2. Kansas City at the White Sox. And that is a 6. Royals win that one, 8-1. Royals have got to play better or they're not even going to sniff it. Toronto taking on Cleveland. And that is an 11. Indians win that one, 8-3. Minnesota at Milwaukee. Twins still leading the American League West. That's an 8. Brewers win 5-3. Detroit taking on Oakland. That's a 5. A win for the Tigers, 8-0. Baltimore at Seattle. And that's a win for the Orioles. They win that game 7-0. Chicago Cubs at Atlanta. That's a 10. A win for the Braves, 5-2. Scores really don't mean anything. St. Louis at Houston. I know Steeler fan wants to see his Astros win, and it is a 4. It's a win for the Cardinals. 3-0. He beats the Astros, and I know the Astros, I know Steeler fan will say rigged. San Francisco taking on my Mets. That is a 7. Mets win. Happy recap, 7-5 for my Mets. Los Angeles taking on Philadelphia. That's an 8. Phillies win 7-3. Cincinnati taking on Pittsburgh. I know Philip Reynolds rooting for the Reds. And that is a 7. And this one belongs to the Reds, 8-3. We now go to August 21st. Texas taking on Boston. And that is a 7. Another win for the Red Sox, 2-1. New York Yankees at California. That's a 7. Yankees win this one, 4-2. Kansas City at the White Sox. That's an 8. A win for the White Sox, 3-2. Toronto at Cleveland. That's an 8. A win for the Blue Jays. They win that game 5-2. Minnesota at Milwaukee. And that is a 9. That's a win for the Brewers, 6-2. As the Twins are now, got to be careful they don't lose too many games. Detroit taking on the Athletics. That's an 8. A win for the A's, 3-0. Baltimore against Seattle. That's an 11. Mariners win 6-1. Chicago Cubs taking on Atlanta. That's a 7. A win for the Cubbies, 4-1. St. Louis taking on Houston. A big series going on there. That's going to be an 8. It's a win for the Astros. They win the game 9-6. San Diego taking on Montreal in a rematch. That's an 8. The Expos win again, 6-3. San Francisco taking on the Mets. Can my Mets win another one? That is an 8. Yes, they can. 4-0. I get another happy recap. Los Angeles takes on Philadelphia. That's an 8. A win for the Phillies, 7-2 over the Dodgers. Cincinnati taking on Pittsburgh. Philip Reynolds rooting for his Reds. That's going to be a 10. Pirates win that game, 2-1. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. And tomorrow we have the Detroit Tigers taking on the Oakland A's in a nice matchup in the American League. That does it for tonight. Philip Reynolds, Steeler fan, Salvador America, baseball demos. Let's see here. Bob's Tabletop Sports. Hockey Unreal. Michael Peterson, Bears Den 007. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like, on your way out through the turnstiles. If you've not subscribed, please do. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. Have a good night. It is the Expos over the Padres tonight, 4-1. See you guys tomorrow.